Good morning, guys. It is a bright sunny morning with a little bit of cloud cover and extremely windy. We may or may not get storm. I don't know. I didn't see anything about rain later. Who knows? Maybe. Anyway, so this morning I want to simply talk about Christianity and weight loss. Weight loss has nothing to do with Christianity, but Christianity can have a great deal to do with weight loss. So let me go on ahead and explain what I'm meaning. A person can lose weight and not be saved. A person can lose weight and not have Christianity, or as some people likes to call it, religion. But they may struggle and have trouble, and some may not. Some may be able to go right into the weight loss, no problem at all, and never know anything about God or Christianity or religion. But those who are Christians and launch into any weight loss plan, having Christianity, or as some call it, religion, having God in one's life when trying to do weight loss can mean a significant difference. So what would that maybe be? Okay, someone who doesn't know anything about Jesus Christ or salvation or Christianity or religion, at least God himself, and trying to lose weight, is trying to do it all with their own willpower. And some diets, I guess, can be easier than others, and some maybe not. But, like the success can be a very high percentage, and a person reaches their goal, and then before they know it, they gain it back. I know some celebrities who has been up and down in their weight, trying different diets, succeeding, looking fab, and then gaining the weight back. I know quite a few. And then for those of us who have Christ in our life, or religion, Christianity, which to me, religion and Christianity is two different things. Christianity is a relationship with God. Religion is just believing in a deity. I prefer Christianity because I like having a relationship with the Father. I don't just believe, I have a relationship, and that means a lot more to me. Anyway, that's just for me, okay? Any of you can take it however. Talk about me, myself. Anyway, so through Christianity, knowing and believing in God, weight loss can be so much easier because you're putting your trust totally and completely in Him for the weight loss. You're trusting Him to assist you with the do's and don'ts. You're believing in Him to help you with losing the weight, with helping you get rid of the fat, and most of all, the biggest thing that we need, all of us, every single individual who needs to lose weight, whether you are saved or not, whether you have Jesus Christ or not in your life, the biggest thing that every single one of us needs in order to successfully lose weight is to have an attitude change about food. If our attitudes doesn't change about food and the way we feel about food, well, then we may lose weight and gain it right back because we're still loving it too much. We're still loving food too much. It's still the main thing of our life. And yes, we do need food for fuel. We do need food to continue to live. but we don't need to love it so much to the point that we overeat it. We don't need to love it so much to the point that we never know what it is to be hungry. And nobody likes to be hungry, not to the point of starvation. But it's a wonderful thing to finally feel the hunger, because we know that finally our body has used up every source of nutrient and vitamin and glucose and everything else that the body has needed for its function and energy. Through the hunger, we know it has used it all up and it's time to refuel it. Similar to like a car that maybe has, maybe a bell that starts going off, or when the tank is almost on empty. Well, of course, you know that if you don't turn around and put fuel in that car, you're going to be on the side of the road and you're not going to get it to start. And it's the same thing with the body. When we get that hunger signal, then it's time for us to go on ahead and put some more food in. But we can't fill it up to over its capacity. And just like a car, if you overfill the tank, it's going to spill out over top of it. You're going to see it running down off of the car, even though a lot of fuel pumps now is set up so that they won't pump anymore once it reaches the nozzle. But if you're in a scenario where the pump doesn't kick off and it literally flows over. So it's the same thing with our body. When we fill it up to over capacity of what it needs, and the spillover goes into the fat cells and stays there. So we need to just wait for our bodies to use up every single bit of the fuel that it's been given, let it tell us it's hungry, and then go on ahead and eat within the hunger and fullness, but not over the capacity of the fullness. That way you don't overflow. You utilize every single drop, bite, Anyway, so with having God on our side, having God, and we can thank God for our weight loss, because yes, it is Him. But when we completely give it totally to Him, every single thing, then we become true overcomers. And any requirements that's on any weight loss plan that you may be on, any requirements, food restrictions, a certain amount of calories, a certain percentage of this and that, whatever it may be, whatever the requirements are, through the trust in Jesus Christ, you can do it, and it will be effortless. You won't struggle with it. You won't have problems with it. You will find that you lose the weight with no problems. You won't have to readjust or anything, because God has got you. And He's showing you as you're preparing your foods. He guides you on how much with this and how much with that and what with that and what with this. And just, but you have to completely keep your mind on Him so that He'll do this for you. And it does become easier. It really does. Say that you're in a scenario that you're you're on a dining date, maybe with a group of people, or if you're dating somebody, or or if it's just you and your spouse, or whatever it may be. And you're in this scenario where your attitude about food hasn't 100% been changed. Like, you're in a certain diet plan and you're doing great with following its orders, but you still struggle with desiring certain foods that is restricted from this plan. And so you find that when you see this food is available, like on the menu, or if it's on a buffet, or you see somebody's plate being carried over to them, and you see this certain food that is a no-go with your diet plan, or you have chosen to completely cut it out of your food, even if it's allowed on your diet plan, you have chosen to not have it because you don't trust yourself with it. So you see this and your mouth is drooling. You can feel the fluids pulling up into your mouth, and you're swallowing a lot because like your saliva is overflowing. You want that so bad, but you're saying, no, I can't. I don't want, or I can't because the diet says no, no, no. So, like, you're struggling with that. Your attitude about food hasn't 100% been changed. It's no problem with what foods you're allowed, like certain proteins and fats and certain carbs and stuff, and like your diet plan is okay with that, no problem. Okay, yeah, that is exactly what I know I can have. Yummy. But then something that you say, I know I don't want that. I know I can't have that. I know that if I eat that, I'm going to go overboard with it. And you're going, man, I want it. So that's where God seriously comes in. And for experience, for myself, I know it's true, because what I've just described about any of you that may be doing this, I've gone through it major, big time, seriously. Wow. And through my trust in God the Father, I don't have to deal with that no more. But I had completely allowed Him to change my attitude about food 100%. And that's what's making the difference for me. Now, any foods that I don't want to eat, and I can see it, and it doesn't bother me. I choose to keep potato chips out, and I can walk right by the potato chips. I have no need for any kind of munchies. None. I can see it, and I can pass it. No problem. And that's my choice, because the plan that I'm on, I can eat anything that I would like within the reason of hunger and fullness and not beyond. So I am choosing not to have potato chips in my life, or any kind of munchies like Cheetos and stuff like that. I'm choosing not to. I don't want them in my life, and I'm choosing not to have them. And because of the Father, He has completely done a makeover on me. My attitude about food has completely changed 100%, and I don't even want them now. Now, at one time, I would want them, and I would tell myself no. And now it's to the point I don't want them, I don't need them, and I don't even have to tell myself no because I overlook them. And I'm going to show you something, okay? This is what I had ordered for my big mouth segments to review. And I'm going to show you this. I've still got a lot of food here for Big Mouth that I'm never going to review through Big Mouth. These here are munch packs. You can get them for various prices. You can either order them a certain way, or you just let them surprise you. I chose to let them surprise me. It was cheaper. So, in this box, I have still got a bag. This is from Israel, because these foods are imported from different parts of the world. You even get some foods from the United States, but you get them from Canada, Israel, Jordan, Korea, China, I mean, all over the place. So these are Doritos, and according to the label, they're barbecue flavored. Grilled barbecue flavor. Now, I have had this snack pack for 3 months now. 3 months. And I still haven't broke into them yet. And look here. There's also a strawberry waffle from Canada. I've not opened it. And from Tyron, Umbrella Cookies. Haven't opened it. Now I have ate a few things out of these Munch Packs, but not much. And I've still got more food down here on the floor. And it's available too if I want it. But as far as it goes for the chips, I've not even begun to think about them. Other than to just remember that they're there. Now this one, from Tyron, biscuit and milk flavor. It's actually the same brand from the other ones that I showed you. And look here. This is from Israel, and they're just regular Cheetos. Regular Cheetos. Maybe the cheese tastes different, I don't know. But they're just regular Cheetos. So, you know, I'm able to turn down the chips. It's no problem for me. I don't think anything about it. I really don't. It's no problem that they're in here. Oh, will I ever want to eat chips? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I have no clue if I ever will or won't. I don't know. But as far as it goes right now, I have no desire for them whatsoever. So, yeah. Weight loss has nothing to do with Christianity and God. But Christianity and God can have a large impact on weight loss. So if you do know Jesus Christ, go on ahead and give him every single bit of what you need to do for weight loss. Everything, right down to your attitude about food. 100% transfer of your love of food over to the love of God, and watch him take care of you. Whatever plan it is that you're on, whatever foods you choose to restrict or the diet plan restricts for you, or whatever that you're allowed to eat and not to eat, completely 100% put your trust and faith in God. Let him transform your heart and transfer your food addiction. I'm going to use the word addiction because a lot of us believes it. I even believe that there's such a thing as food addiction. Now, some people says that there's no such thing as food addiction, but seriously, I believe there is. So completely give your food addiction to God, no matter what it is that you may struggle with. You might have the rest of the game down to a T and you're great with it, but what you're still struggling with, hand it over to him, let him have it. And watch that become no problem for you. That either you no longer think about it and need it, or you find that if you do give in and eat it, it's no problem. It doesn't cause you to decide to binge or overeat. You're good with just a little bite or whatever. It's up to you how you want to do it. If you want to completely restrict it, or if you would like to be able to eat it, but just be able to eat a little bite. It's up to you, however you want to handle it. But give it over to God and watch him do that for you so that it is the way that you want to do it. And for those of you who don't know Jesus Christ and you're trying to lose weight, well, as I said, weight loss has nothing to do with Christianity, but the one thing that does have to do with Christianity is the future. So any of you who may not know Jesus Christ, I want to encourage you to try Jesus. I want to encourage you to ask Jesus into your heart. It's very simple. All you have to do is just pray. Father, forgive me, and I believe that Jesus died on the cross for my sins. Jesus, come into my heart today. In Jesus' name. Amen. The prayer is so very simple. And you mean it with your heart. Completely give your heart over to Jesus Christ and watch things change for you in your life. It's so simple. And for me, my experience living with Jesus is wonderful. And I can't make it without him. I know a lot of you struggle and you think that God doesn't exist or God has done such and such to you, but the truth of the matter is there's also Satan. And Satan hates you. And it's Satan that does these things to you. And because you think that God doesn't exist or God hates you, Satan has that much more pleasure with you because you don't trust God. It makes it so much easier for Satan to have his way with you and wreak havoc in your life. You can believe that or not, but it's still true. Anyway, so yeah, weight loss has nothing to do with Christianity, but Christianity can have the greatest impact and deal to do with weight loss. Weight loss is so much easier with Jesus Christ. So much easier because He completely takes care of you. He gives you His will and strength in order for you to be successful in whatever it may be that you're choosing to do with your weight loss. And through your faith, all things become possible. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.